If cosine theta equal negative 1/2, find all angles in the interval from 0 to 2 pi that satisfy the equation. Okay, let's do that much. So I'm going to make the quadrants here, and I think of a cosine value that is negative. Cosine is the x value. X's are negative in quadrant 2 and in quadrant 3. So I need to find an angle in quadrant 2 where the x value is negative 1/2. So if I went over here, we know that the 1/2 and the square root 3 over 2's go together in the unit circle, and so it's going to be smaller x, bigger y. So this point is negative 1/2 and square root 3 over 2. And so we can see that that angle is when theta equals 2 pi thirds. Now there's going to be another angle that has that same cosine value that's in quadrant 3. We could do a negative 1/2, and we could go down square root 3 over 2, and we would have the point on the unit circle negative 1/2 and negative square root 3 over 2. So the cosine value is negative 1/2, also at 4 pi thirds. So these would be our two answers on the interval between 0 and 2 pi. Then it says, then find all angles that satisfy the equation. So this would be not between 0 and 2 pi, but more loops around positively or negatively. So the way I would list that one, I would take the first angle, which was 2 pi thirds here in quadrant 2, and then another solution would be another loop around. We could keep looping around. We could also loop around in the negative direction. So we put plus 2 pi as a loop around k. So this would cover all of the solutions for the 2 pi thirds, but we can also get more solutions by taking the 4 pi thirds over here, the one that I have here in red, and we could do loops around it both directions, and so plus 2 pi k. So these two combined would be all of the angles that satisfy this equation.